Okay, he's going to use terms like Muslim in this, which, you know, since Muslim religion was created in 1924 or 26, clearly they weren't Muslims back then. But, yeah.
Also, the rising tensions between the United States and Great Britain, which dominated the final years of Jefferson's second term, as the Royal Navy had been seizing American
Jefferson again.
And impressing sailors. However, one situation which has gone largely unnoticed in history was Jefferson being the first president to send the military overseas into direct action. The war against the Barbary pirates. For decades,
The Barbary, the Tartary pirates. It sounds like Barbary.
And warships, stealing their valuable cargoes and enslaving crew members, while often demanding huge ransoms for their release. Many of these ships and crews were American. Before independence, American merchant ships were protected from the Barbary pirates by the naval and diplomatic influence of Great Britain, which had threatened to visit military force should their ships be molested. However, that American protection came to an end after the colonies won their independence. The Barbary pirates also attacked the coastal northern Mediterranean, launching attacks against France, Italy, and Sicily, kidnapping women as white slaves, primarily and whenever possible, notable wealthy persons and ships for ransom. In their feverish search for white women slaves, a few pirates went as far as the coast of Iceland.
Bro, what the world? Kidnapping white women for slaves? Hold on, let me take that back. I want to make sure I heard that correctly.
Tartary was kidnapping women with...
Kidnapping women as white slaves, primarily and whenever possible, notable wealthy persons and ships for ransom. In their feverish search for
white slaves, white women slaves.
Stuff that, like I said, I didn't know about. Kidnapping women for slaves? Oh man.
As far
I did not know that.
Iceland, raiding inland to kidnap women.
Barbary Tartary was not some mythical,
I'm saying, like
you know, non-violent culture,
or they, you know, they will be beaten
with flowers in their hair.
So, regardless of if you black, white, mixed, whatever your skin, it don't really matter. Enslaving somebody,
they were owning the ocean.
You know, but this right here is, man, like I said, I didn't even know this right here.
Africa, North African slave markets thrived, as under Islamic law, known as sharia. Although fellow Muslims could not be enslaved, non-Muslims could be and were. Over a period of more than 300 years, it is estimated that 1 million white Europeans...
Well, no, they were all Christians. They weren't Muslims. They were anti-trinitarians. They had broke away from the Catholic Church. Muslims did not exist yet. That's not a Sharia law. That's a bunch of propaganda that Russia dropped on, you know, dropped from airplanes all over the Middle East. That's where we get Sharia law from. From pamphlets dropped from airplanes.
Those captured at sea, as well as through land raids abroad, were enslaved. Many of these were Americans captured at sea. In 1794, in reaction to the attack,
look at this. See where? No, that's just a wasteland. So the United States probably went over there and just wiped them out when we actually had wooden ships and stuff.
When Jefferson was Secretary of State, the United States had concluded treaties with all of the Barbary states, the Ottoman regencies of Algiers, Tunis, and Tripoli, along with independent
so the Ottomans were still going.
$80,000 for Morocco to not molest American shipping. It was considered a good deal, as it was a cost savings when compared to the loss of ships, cargo, and sailors. The Bey of Algiers, Mustafa Baba, also agreed, and many American merchantmen were escorted by Portuguese warships, as Portugal also had a treaty with the Islamic States. But Jefferson was opposed to paying tribute, which he considered to be a modern Danegeld. When Saxon England paid the Danish Vikings not to attack, it did not work. Although Morocco and Algiers initially agreed, just weeks before Jefferson took office, Tripoli began a...
So they paid the Morocco not to attack, but yet they did it anyway. That is crazy, bro. And it looked so scary, like when they show like the pictures of like the big old boats being in the waters and stuff like that, and you can see, y'all know how it is, like when you in the, I guess when you're in the ocean or something, and it's a real bad thunderstorm, and the water is just swooshing on up and stuff like that. That is just scary, and that's what the pictures look like. I'm like, man, imagine you already fighting with somebody, and then you dealing with that water and stuff, and the thunder, bro. It's like a lot going on.
Attacking American merchant ships in an attempt to extract further tribute, Jefferson had seen enough. Jefferson tried diplomacy, and his letter to Pasha Yusuf Karamanli emphasized.
See, they had royalty and everything down there in North Africa.
Subjects. Pasha Karamanli, the ruler of modern-day Tunisia, felt that the Americans had insulted him by not offering to pay tribute. He threatened continued actions, if not so respected. Pasha Karamanli was already at war with Sweden, having broken an existing treaty after
bunch of treaty breakers
and ransom for 131 captives. 14 Swedish merchantmen had been seized by Tripoli.
Look at that boat.
Some of these were white women who were being transported on Swedish merchantmen, and it is not
naked
known
white women.
if they were ever recovered. As the white women were rarely ransomed, they were highly prized and sold. The Pasha then declared war on the United States on May 14, 1801 by chopping down the flagpole at the American consulate in Tripoli, a direct act of war. Jefferson sent 3 frigates and a schooner under the command of U.S.
And y'all know, like, I do watch these videos, but at the same time, I do listen to what y'all say in the comment section, because sometimes when I get information from some of these videos,
I don't know who he is or anything.
I agree with this.
So I'm not really. I'll end it there.